My name is George Gasagula, and I welcome you to this week's edition of the Cauldron on Times TV. This is where editors meet. It is a program that tries to pick the top story from Malawi and discusses it. It also tries to get an international story from the international scene, but with some relevance to the Malawian audience, and again discusses it. Since it's a program that puts together a panel of editors, then we also take time to discuss what we call the newsroom. Basically, it is picking an issue that concerns the media, and then discuss it, getting their perspectives. The understanding that the editors are the ones that drive the newsroom agenda, the news that you hear on radio, see on TV, or indeed read in newspapers. There are people behind that driving it, and they have got a perspective or two on matters that they are always dealing with on a daily basis. Once again, welcome. At this point, let me introduce to you my panelists today. I have Mibawa. Mibawa is a news editor at the Blantyre Synod Radio. It is an upcoming radio owned by the Blantyre Synod. I was just asking her off camera whether it's growing, and she was evasive. Welcome, Mibawa.
Thank you.
And she's a regular, so very appreciative that you're always coming when you're invited. I also have Innocent Mhongolo. Innocent is control of programs. Midge, another radio that has been there for quite long, a radio owned by Malawi Institute of Journalism that trains journalists. It's a good radio. It's making progress, and I think we are seeing some good work from there. Coverage of the news, court, and the rest of it, even the news bulletins and the programs as well. So good job.
Thank you.
Yes, let's go straight to the first segment. Minister of Agriculture Robin Lowe last week told the nation that over 50% of the beneficiaries of Affordable Inputs Program, AIP in short, have bought the inputs at the designated cheaper price of 4,495 per each bag. They are buying 2 bags. And that although the 160 billion program, although it's facing challenges, but it is on course. Is that true, is just a public relations stunt that the minister is trying to do? He's putting up, updates every day, showing the number of bags that have been bought, the number of beneficiaries, the percentage, and at some point last week he put 51. I'm sure by now, when viewers are, watching this program, probably the figure has risen.
Everyone knows that it has been chaotic.
Okay.
Seriously chaotic, and I don't think there's anyone who's actually commended it apart from the minister himself. Maybe he has the figures, like you say, he has the figures. But on the ground, the people are suffering, and some have even given up. Some have also had their IDs stolen. They've lost, actually. So this year, they won't buy. Others have been told they'll be struck out of the system next year because their IDs were used by other persons. But we know that most of these are people from the village, maybe who are illiterate, and somebody actually managed to dupe them. So for me, I wouldn't say it has been a success.
Quickly, Innocent?
I think I'll agree with what Mibawa just said. The whole program, I think, has been a mess. It is an ill-timed kind of a program whereby I think they failed to appreciate the fact that this whole thing needed a lot of time to prepare. I think maybe they would have just gone into the FISIP for this year, the next year, put up a program that would have been well thought of. But what has happened in this year, I think, is something that maybe it is painting the future very bad.
Isn't that something probably somebody would say Malawians need to understand? The point that you're raising, that they didn't have enough time. Okay, your proposal that probably they should have continued with FISP, but FISP, in terms of beneficiaries, there were far fewer than what they're dealing with. Isn't that the problem that people need to understand?
No. I don't think we have to understand when you're starting something as a government now. You just have to make sure that you're doing it to perfection. Malawians do not buy your excuses. I think government is a system. Government is a whole machinery with a lot of workers in it, and we expected that those workers, those civil servants, will be up to the task. They'll be up and running to see to it that the program runs smoothly. But coming up with excuses, I don't think it's something that we can buy as a country.
There's another view, Bo, that probably it's you, me, and other Facebook or armchair in our air-conditioned offices assessing this program, and giving each other photos of people lining up, Facebook, whatever, and we are forming a view. But on the ground, farmers in the rural areas are getting the fertilizer and things are moving.
You and I could be here, but we have relatives in the villages. It's not like we are isolated units.
What have your relatives told you? What have your relatives told you?
It's the very same story across the country. We've actually seen somebody dying on the queue. So for people to say that it is only Facebook journalists who are saying this, it is so wrong. We are part of the wider community. And
but you're not a beneficiary yourself.
I am not. I wish I could be.
People are saying it's you people who are perpetuating that view that probably it's not working, but it is working. People are getting the fertilizer. The minister is able to give you figures. When you drive from Blantyre all the way to Lilongwe, like I did the other day, I was at a graduation ceremony for my daughter. I saw people with motorbikes or what taking 2 fertilizers. Isn't that not good sight?
It is good side, but I think if we say people are trying to exaggerate or media is trying to exaggerate, I think it is wrong, because the president himself visited one of the selling points, is it Mitundu or thereabouts, where he also confessed to say, no, this is not how things are supposed to be done. I think the vice president also visited some places, the minister himself. So this is not about the media. I think the only positive maybe that we can draw from this program is that it has targeted more beneficiaries.
Yes.
But that is a benefit.
Isn't that a problem? Not cutting you, but is that a problem? No, that's why they're having challenges.
No, they were supposed to plan for this. I think the lack of planning is the problem here. Not that the program is bad. We have a lot of beneficiaries, but planning I think was bad. The way they planned it, the way they executed it. I think we did everything in a rush. So I don't think you should expect to do a 160 billion kwacha project within 3 or 4 weeks. I think that is not practical.
Ambo?
It doesn't make any sense.
The rise from 900,000 to 1 million to 4.2 million. Of course, at some point they revised it down, isn't it? They said I think 3.6.
It kept on being revised downwards.
3.6 or something like that.
But just to concur with what Innocent was saying, this government is a machinery which still runs, regardless of elections or what have you. We have systems on the ground. We have people working in the civil service all the time. Because we changed governments doesn't mean that the people who work within the service actually ceased to work. They were working throughout. What were they doing?
Probably, can we give them the benefit of doubt that probably it will get better? This is their first. Next year, maybe it will get better. They will have enough time to plan. Probably the hitches like internet.
Yeah, I believe, I think it's going to be improved because we noted that the challenges in the very early days, I think they were just numerous. But after some time, I think it was improving. And as we are speaking, I don't think the challenges are to that magnitude. But all in all, the program has been messed up. We believe that next year, I think some things will have to be looked into. But on the very same maybe prospects for next year, I think now there is a debate on whether we should continue with this approach or not.
Yeah, no, we'll have a discussion on that. But maybe for me, before we go there, is the country ready to use the internet on such programs that involve even the rural areas? I mean, if internet is difficult in the urban areas here, where all these companies are, what about in the rural area? Is that part of the problem?
It definitely is. And another thing is lack of capacity on the part of the suppliers.
Yes.
We've heard stories where somebody actually got a contract. They didn't have the capacity, but they took it. There are others who had the capacity, they were left out. Those ones could have done better. The ones who did it, they're now subcontracting in a panic. And the season is here. People need to start.
And others are talking of suppliers as well, that probably we don't have suppliers.
No, the suppliers are there. But the capacity of the ones who got the contracts is very little.
To come in, I think we've also seen politics in this whole thing. I think
what do you mean?
Those that are connected to the DPP, if they are, even if they have the capacity.
You're talking of money.
Not me.
He was publicly checked out.
But
that he owned the money, old money.
To come. But I think we've seen that there are new players coming in, those without capacity. And after some days, some weeks of trying to convince us, no, the supplies are there. Then they say no, we don't have the capacity. I think we just have to put politics aside. Those with capacity, let's give them the contracts.
There's also the issue of corruption. Have you heard it? That somewhere others are saying if you want to buy quickly without having to spend the whole day, then add 6,000.
Yeah, that has been happening, and it's also where the people have lost their IDs now. Somebody will just come in, dupe the whole village.
Take their IDs?
Yes, and some have lost them.
I've actually do what with them?
I don't know. I've been in a group with a certain woman, and she was saying, our chief came with somebody, they took our IDs, and they told us to give 10,000 each. Now they're nowhere to be seen. We haven't even gotten our fertilizer. And it's really sad that despite the campaign to sensitize people on this, those things were still happening.
There's even an SM squad that has been the Minister of Agriculture saying he used that one to report corruption.
But it seems like it hasn't reached everyone.
And because that's a criminal matter. How have the police performed, in your view?
The police cannot be there always. I mean, they can only also work if I actually bring in a complaint. So it's up to the corruption is at village level, where the village headmen and the chiefs are conniving with others to steal from the ordinary villagers who don't know better.
Are we ever going to have a program where there's no corruption, innocent? Or people should just be resigned that we Malawians are a corrupt rot?
No, but I think at the rate we are, I think it's worrying that each and every program is marred by corruption. But as a country, I think this is not something that we can stand and be proud of. This is something that we have to root out. Using all means, we have to root it out. But the problem is, this whole program is just too vast. And
4.2 million, 3.6 million.
You're targeting a lot of beneficiaries. And
is that a good thing?
It is a good thing, targeting a lot of beneficiaries.
By the way, they don't let's not forget, they don't as universal.
Yeah,
you and me. Mibawa was saying.
Yeah, I think that is a story for another day. But now, looking at the magnitude of the program, I think it's not right that the minister should own that whole thing as a personal thing. I think they have to share responsibilities, maybe with other ministers. Other ministers, they should come in. Issues to do with the internet. I think you have the whole ICT. We need to engage all those things so that maybe this project can be running smoothly. Otherwise, owning that, the Minister of Agriculture owning the whole thing on its own, I think is something that cannot work.
You are watching the Cauldron, and this is the Times TTV in short. My name is George Kasaura. I'm joined by Mibawa as well as Innocent, and we are looking at the affordable inputs program, the 160 billion program that you and me and other taxpayers have coughed. The idea is to make the country food self-sufficient. Are we achieving it? What about the problems that have dogged the program? Can we improve it? We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll finish off this discussion. I think it was Innocent that talked about politics. How much is politics affecting AIP? How much is politics affecting how we are even assessing the program? And how important is the program, especially when donors clearly don't like it? They have been speaking, both the World Bank, even other donors have been speaking that they don't like the program, not the way I'm putting it, but at least they are saying something negative about the program. We'll discuss all those. Don't go away. This is Times TV, and the program is the Cauldron. It is where editors meet. We discuss an issue. We believe editors have a perspective on matters because they are the ones that drive the newsroom agenda or the news agenda. The news that you see on TV or on radio or indeed read in newspapers, there are people behind those headlines. So we believe those probably have one thing or two that they can say to analyze the news. Welcome back. The issue is the AIP, Innocent. Is the politics, you are the one that raised the issue of politics affecting this very, very vital program. Is the politics making all of us assess the program, especially among us, the urban elites, and not objectively?
Yeah, I think on the other hand, I think politics is there because we've seen some parliamentarians, some political party membership, making some sentiments, not in good faith to maybe help the country move forward, but to demean the whole program. So I think politics is there, and we've also seen some politicians are trying to gain political mileage on the same.
Defend it.
Yeah, we are doing this. At least we are targeting 4 million Malawians. Others we are targeting this and that. I don't think that's what Malawians want.
So the other day, before I moved to Mibawa, the other day I think it was Brown Mpinganya and Francis Bebo went on a podium, and I think even the leader of opposition, Honorable Kondan Nkhuma, also talked about it. They tagged it as a total failure. Should we believe them when they say those things, knowing that probably they are saying them because they don't want the TOS Alliance to take credit?
No, I don't think it's a total failure, because some have benefited from the same.
Yes.
They'll use the fertilizer here in Malawi.
Yes.
And we should expect, maybe coupled with good rains, I think we should expect some improved yields next year. So I think branding it as a total waste or total failure, I think that's not how things are supposed to be done. I think politics aside, we should look at the positives and the negatives, combining them at least to perfect the whole program.
But politics. Are you looking at this issue from political lenses?
Personally, I look at it from a personal perspective.
Objective perspective.
Because I don't belong to any political party.
All right.
But we also have to remember that we're a country that is coming from very deep divisions since last year, 2 years ago. So people were watching this government very critically.
Yes.
Looking for the simplest mistake. So this has not worked out as the government had hoped it would. Definitely the opposition would jump on it and say, see, this is what we told you. And definitely that is what you would expect from Mr. Mpinganja and Mr. Mpepe.
They wouldn't say anything positive about it.
Not now.
And then you also expect that those characters from TOS Alliance, they also say something good about it.
That is exactly what we're discussing now, that it's all political. And we have a long way to go as a country before we stop looking at things from politics and looking at nation building. The
other voice that probably we can say it's neutral is the donors. The donors have not given it 100% support. They gathered, I think, last week in Ilongwe, where one of them was saying probably 160 billion, part of it should have been used for small-scale irrigation. Supporting winter cropping. This week we have seen the World Bank saying, yes, they support the method of identifying the beneficiaries, the IDs and what have you, but they think it's not sustainable. 160 billion is high, and probably they're even forecasting that next year the figure might go higher. Yet the politicians love it. Where does the disconnect come from? Bo?
The fact is, the donors, most of them are coming from countries with very big subsidies.
Yeah.
They subsidize their farmers.
Yes.
And they should also let Malawi do its own thing.
Yes.
See what works for it. So for them to just come in wholesale and say this shouldn't have been done, we are a sovereign nation at the end of the day. Let us do our own things. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll try something else.
Innocent sovereign nation, Mibawa is reminding us that we are a sovereign nation. The donors should understand. Do donors understand life in the rural area? That probably this is a lifesaver. If it can be well implemented, it's a lifesaver for some family that had nothing. There are families that actually it's the majority. They literally have nothing. They can't even afford fertilizer. Therefore, it means perpetuating poverty, no food, year in, year out. Do donors understand that setup, or probably some of the things that they say because of lack of understanding?
No, they might not be. They are not understanding their home situation. But I think we should also, as owners of the program, we should look at it on another perspective. I think this is a program that was first started by Bingu.
Yes.
I think during Muluzi, I think we had
Startup. Yes. They have been toying with it.
Yes.
Each
so
government.
We've been trying to build on that, but now. Since we started this whole program, what have been the benefits?
Yeah.
I think as a country, we also need to sit. We have to analyze.
People say probably the first 2 years of Bingu, that's when we saw real benefits.
Yes, we saw
true?
real benefits. But then Bingu then said we'll be moving out of it gradually. But now instead of moving out of this whole subsidy thing gradually, I think now we are adding more beneficiaries from that. I think on that area, I think we have to look into that. Do we have the economy that can support 160 billion kwacha year in, year out?
And
just
the exit strategy as well.
The exit strategy. I think on the exit strategy, I think this has been a challenge because being failed, that at least we should exit this whole thing. I think we had Peter Mutharika.
Peter, I remember at some point he said, over my dead body, there's no way I'm going to stop the program.
Yeah, so I think much as we can stand against the donors, we also have to appreciate that for how long are we going to be providing free things to our farmers.
Innocent, but I can assure you is
Yes.
that if the government decided to stop AIP today, it would even bring it down. We are so used to that. I don't believe there's any government that is going to...
Is that why the politicians love Mibawa?
Yes. No one is going to face that one out.
Innocent, finish.
Yeah, I know politicians do not phase it out on that political podium. But now, looking at the benefits and how much it is costing the country.
So are we getting the benefits in your view? Do we... Okay, the donors essentially are saying you can't afford this, you can't sustain this, looking at how much you make. But you are talking about benefits, which is very interesting. And I also ask you, Mibawa, the same thing. Are we getting the benefits?
I say we are not getting it. We are not getting the benefits because pumping 160 billion kwacha. After a month or two, we'll also buy food to help the needy.
Because there's no rain.
Maybe no rain or other issues, but this has been even in the years that we have good rains. We still have to buy maize.
So
it's like we are just moving in a circle. We're just moving in a circle.
So,
the benefits of these things cannot be pointed out.
The donors that you don't like, the donors that you are saying they should appreciate that we are a sovereign nation, are saying, look, you subsidize the production, you depend on the rain. All it means that you have just buried 160 billion. I think Innocent also said it. 160 billion, you have buried it in the ground. Come end of season, there's not enough food. Government is now trying to buy food and distribute it for free. Why don't you use that money for irrigation? Is that wrong? That's what the donors are saying.
It's also another area where the government is actually working on it. It's not like the Malawi government is not working on irrigation. It is. But I can assure you, for somebody to wake up today and say, next year we'll not have any AIP, there will be riots in the streets. Because the poor person, that is the only visible benefit that they actually get from the government, that they can get something for 3.9, or is it 4.5, something like that. So, and there's that resentment that... all the money seems to be going to a certain percentage, a very small percentage of the population. So that is the only thing that is sort of freebie that the people get from the government. Apart from bad service, they go to the hospital, they spend the whole day there, nobody's attending to them, there's no medication. So that is one tangible thing that they are seeing. At least they can touch the government. Yes. So for you to wake up tomorrow and say, no, we're not going to give you this anymore, wait for it.
So to conclude your view, are the politicians, because you are saying these politicians that we have, nobody has the courage. In the past, nobody had the courage, starting with Muluzi, Bingu, indeed Joyce Banda, and Peter Mutharika. Today we have Lazarus Chakwera. Lazarus Chakwera even has raised it. Well, others probably, the figure of beneficiaries was hovering. Sometimes they would do 900,000, sometimes 1 million, they would bring it down. This one has even raised it. And donors are scared of 160 billion. The question is it an election winner? Is it something? Are these people all they care about the politicians is winning elections?
I'll remind you where we saw people carrying 50 kg bags of fertilizer. On the podium. You're talking Vice President. Yes.
The only one who did it.
Him.
Who else did it? At least I saw Saulos Chilima.
Yes. Just to show you just how important it is that somebody can actually carry that whole bag to show the importance of fertilizer to the ordinary Malawian. No one will face that one out.
I think I'm not against the whole fertilizer thing, but now we have to structure our farming as Malawi. How are we doing it so that maybe we can benefit all Malawians? Either to give them fertilizer, they will sell the very same fertilizer to maybe commercial farmers. They don't have the capacity to farm on their own. We then need to look into how best can we improve our farming. Do we really need to have these subsistence farmers continuing to produce on behalf of the country? Or we have to structure it in a way that maybe you just say this particular village, a tractor will come on this day, we're going to do this and that. After this is how we're going to share maybe.
Or encourage commercial farming.
Yes, I think that's the direction we really need to take.
Commercial farming.
But we'll be giving fertilizers no benefits on the ground.
So I want you to also deal with the same question that Mibawa was dealing with. Is it an election winner? Is that the reason why politicians, none of them has been courageous enough to say, I don't like this? Even the progressive Saulos Chilima is the one that was carrying a bag of rice on the podium.
And the one
Lazarus
who
Chakwera
set the price.
is the one who set the price. Yes, yes. So
yeah, it's an election winner, because I think the very first 2 years of Bingo, I think Bingo managed to win votes across.
It's his second term.
Yeah,
his second term was indeed. I think one of the few presidents that won a majority, even before the 50+1, way of choosing presidents. So does it mean he will forever be doing this?
For the foreseeable future, yes. Unless a dictatorship comes where people will have no say.
And this is against the dwindling, probably. MRS is always saying, we've missed the targets, we've missed the targets, we've missed the targets. Is there something that is suffering because of this huge, bill that as a country we must bear? 160 billion. Yeah, it's not small change. That's quite a big percentage.
160 billion is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
If we can utilize
a big percentage of our budget.
Yeah,
each land is running trillions now.
Because this is consumption.
Yeah, it's consumption.
Yeah, if we can take 160 billion towards production as a country, I think
donors are saying put it in irrigation.
Yeah, I'll go for that. If we put it into irrigation, we have maybe 2-3 seasons in a year. At least we'll go further as a country. But where we are, depending on the rains, we don't have another. I don't think we can make strides.
Yes. Oh, your last words on AIP. You've been categorical. No politician can remove this. The Trust Alliance have even improved it in terms of the number of people, and the rural areas are grateful.
Very grateful, and maybe we should go back to what Innocent was saying about structuring our agricultural system. Despite knowing that we are an agrarian country, we remain like that, and that is what we are. Unless a miracle happens, what is most necessary is the mindset change, and I do not see where the government will start from on that.
I see. You find out on AIP.
No, I think for now it's a program that we really need to look into the benefits and look at some of the things that we can do to improve it, and also to ensure that it is not taking much of the wage bill.
We need to ask serious questions. We know our politicians cannot remove this program because they want to win elections. But I think as a country, we must discuss it and see the pros and cons and figure out how best we can implement it. The donors have spoken, opposition has spoken, the rural areas have spoken. Obviously, the local man on the ground in the rural area loves the program because they are getting almost free 2 bags of fertilizer. But as a country, can we afford it? That's a critical question. Then we end the first segment of this program at the Cauldron. We'll take a break. When we come back, a very, very short break. When we come back, we'll go to the segment number 2 of the program. And it's an international story. What else can we talk about apart from the favorite pastime of Mibawa, American politics? This time, is Trump finally giving up after some of his critical supporters are slowly, deserting him and accepting Biden as the president-elect? Don't go away. Welcome back. This is the Cauldron. It is where editors meet. It is a program where I put together a panel of editors to discuss the top stories. Initially, where the 4 of us were sitting here, 3 editors and myself as the anchor. But because of COVID-19, we reduced the number just to try to make sure that we don't catch it while we're recording the program. Let's move on. We are in the second segment of the program. A top member of U.S. President Donald Trump Republican Party, and this one is none other than Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, has congratulated Joe Biden on winning the presidential election last month. Senator McConnell spoke after the Electoral College formally confirmed Biden's victory over Trump. I'll start with you, Mibawa. Biden, 360 electoral votes. Trump, 232 electoral votes. And these have been confirmed. The American system is very complicated. After you vote, states send the electors. Each one of them has a number of electors depending on the size of the state. And these ones are the ones that finally confirm. They vote according to what their state has voted. If the state voted for Biden, then they vote for Biden. And eventually 500 something electoral votes, and then the winner. So in this case, is it over for Mr. Trump that this body has finally voted to say, yes, it's what the states said, and let's get on with it? Is it over for Mr. Trump?
It's not over till it's over, according to him anyway.
Yes.
Some of us, we were very ardent supporters, we must admit.
Yes.
But we've accepted reality.
Okay.
Maybe for him, it's much more difficult to do so, but those around him are looking at things very realistically. Mitch McConnell is not a small person in American politics.
Yeah, yes.
And for him to actually now congratulate Biden, albeit 4 weeks late, but at least he has done it, showing that he knows that basically it's game over.
It's over. Trump is refusing to concede. In fact, he was firing tweets saying he has new evidence of massive irregularities. Will his efforts mean anything, especially now that his own party is deserting him?
No, I think in one program, Bao said that Trump created a persona, a kind of, so he's still trying to enjoy that kind of a persona.
But time is running out for him.
That he created. He's just trying to be tough.
Virtually it will be January.
Yeah, virtually it's going to be January. But it's over for him, and I think he just has to accept and say and move forward. Otherwise, he will leave a bad legacy.
We can say it's over, Mbao, but the danger is there are some of his ardent supporters that are saying bad things. Even others are even saying, come January, Trump will start his second term. Despite the fact that things are very clear, they can't have produced evidence to show that the election was rigged. Is it that not danger? Others have getting arrested regularly, carrying guns and what have you.
Yes, we have seen that, but you should know that behind the scenes, Mr. Trump is actually quietly preparing for his retirement.
Okay.
His Mar-a-Lago home is being renovated to presidential standard. So these things are happening. Those supporters, they might be following blindly, but in the end, he cannot force himself to remain at the White House. He just has to leave. I've heard of a story where somebody refused to leave the White House and the White House left him.
Basically, what did they do?
Government moved elsewhere. Everything was operating for
He was like ignored.
Yes.
Like the army was not.
So he was stuck in the White House. There was a new commander-in-chief and they were operating from another base. And in the end, he just left.
Can we see that drama? Or probably at some point, Trump is going to capitulate and say, enough is enough.
He will capitulate.
He will capitulate.
Yes.
You can predict that.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see whether you are. But analyzing him as a person is quite a fighter, isn't it? I mean, you can hate him or love him, but I think the fact that when everything is hopeless, he is still the last man standing, fighting on, although the case is quite hopeless.
Sometimes when you lie to yourself so much about who you are, or who you want to be, in the end you start believing that you're larger than life, you are larger than everyone else. So it's
you are invincible.
Yes, exactly. So it's very difficult for him to actually now humble himself and accept that he has actually been defeated.
Yeah.
Because against all odds, he has managed to rise against so many bankruptcies to be what he is today. So for him to accept that he's an ordinary person, it's not easy.
Yeah, innocent. Quite a character. What can you get out of his character?
But somehow he's a time waster.
It's a time waster? For you, it's a time waster?
Yeah, he's a time waster.
You have no admiration whatsoever for him?
Yeah, because
others would say he's a fighter. Tenacious, never give up attitude.
I think at that level, one must understand or appreciate that each and everything is governed by the law. What the law says,
and nothing says forever.
In democracy, I think people vote, people speak through their votes.
As Biden was saying.
Yes. So now you're getting a different result, but expecting something different. I don't think that is good leadership.
What fighter? Fighter, tenacious.
Yeah, you can mock me as much as you like. I don't know you're enjoying this.
After Monday's confirmation of Biden's victory, even those leaders, all leaders that didn't send a congratulatory message to Biden did, including Putin of Russia, even Jair Bolsonaro of Brazil, and the others, even in Mexico. Obviously, the critical one was from Putin. Are we slowly seeing a sigh of relief from liberal readers to say probably now we'll get done with the belligerent Trump, things like climate change, for example, that I can easily pick, probably will get some backing. He tore apart the Paris Agreement.
But then, if you say that you're operating under the assumption that Biden will be everyone's president, I don't think it will work like that. Despite not agreeing with Trump's policies, I'm sure he also is his own man, and he knows what he wants regarding climate change and what have you. And mind you, some of these things might have been said because the Democrats were in opposition, so they should seem to be looking at Trump as the odd one out. But we don't know the policies of the Democrats regarding climate change and all other world.
But certainly, Biden has said they are going back to the Paris Agreement.
We have seen people going back on their word the moment they get into power.
But he's a liberal, he's a Democrat.
We will see.
It was actually Obama who supported that. It was during the time of Obama.
There are many things that Trump overturned. We're also looking at Obamacare.
Exactly.
We'll see what the Democrats
happens.
do. Are they going to reverse it again?
Yes.
So all those things, let's just maybe, for me, I would adopt a wait-and-see attitude to see what policies Biden actually goes for.
Finally, Innocent, I also ask the same question to you, Mo. Overall, in terms of democracy, what is happening in America? Is it something that we should admire, that they've got strong institutions, including the courts, the Supreme Court, where he actually appointed 3 of Supreme Court justices, but they have spanned him to say what you are saying is wrong, you have no evidence. Should we admire that the democracy is working, or probably should be in shock that we have someone that until now has not given up or congratulated his rival? Where are you yourself?
I'll go for the shock.
You're shocked by Trump?
Yes, I'm shocked by Trump because many countries, when we're talking about democracy, we look at America.
Yeah, of course. Exactly.
And that we can have a president who's lost in an election and is still clinging on to power. I think it's something that maybe has shocked many to say even Americans can do this. So the attitude that Trump has shown to the world, I think, it's a strange character that people do not expect from a U.S. president.
But shock or admiration?
I'm just. I've never been shocked by everything that he does because he thrives on being
those
different.
Things. Okay.
He thrives on controversy, so that is him, typical him.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that controversy note, that's why we end this segment on the Cauldron this week. We'll take a final break. When we come back, we are going to the newsroom and we're asking a question: is MBC not reformable? There was a context that arose last week. That's why we're asking that question. Don't go away. Welcome back. This is the Cauldron on Times TTV. On Times TV, TTV in short. And this is where editors meet. We gather just to look at stories, to give you another perspective altogether from people that drive the newsroom agenda. We are now in the final segment of the program, and it is the newsroom. Minister of Information, Gospel Kazako, last week dropped a bombshell that MBC is refusing to reform, despite the TOS Alliance saying it must, arguing the public broadcaster has merely replaced DBB with TOS Alliance, or Peter Mtarika with Lazarus Chakwera in terms of the news mix that they are pursuing. Is this true? You watch MBC?
I do.
Is this true that now the focus is President Lazarus Chakwera and his TOS Alliance, unlike some 5 months ago when the focus, but the TOS Alliance, they want something different. They want MBC to change.
Yeah, I agree. But now I think the gravity is a bit softer. But when it comes to how we watch news on TTV or watch the very same stories on MBC, I think it's quite different.
How different is it?
Maybe in the media, it's not just any other story that can make it as a lead story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We look at several other factors
Yeah.
before we make a decision to say this is our top story.
Yes.
But now I think it's something that is entrenched in MPC, that each and every activity that the president will carry should make it as a top story. Whether it's newsworthy or it's not newsworthy,
It's still a top story.
it's still a top story. I think on that particular area, I think they just have to improve. And also,
But prominence is a news value.
yeah, it's
Clearly, they are following prominence. They want
Prominence,
the president is the most prominent person in this country.
But that alone that alone is not something that maybe we always go for. There are
Okay.
several other values that we look into. So I think on the prominence part, yes, fine. And we also see some cabinet ministers. They are also making. I mean, they are appearing on the TV day in, day out. Maybe whatever they are doing is not all that.
So they are followed everywhere they go.
Yeah. So on that regard, I think something has to be done.
Bo?
I believe that people should be given the benefit of the doubt. These things have been so entrenched ever since I was born in this country. We've had like presidential rebroadcasts.
Yes.
So when Muluzi came in, things changed a bit, but then it also shifted just to him.
Yes.
And some of the people working at MBC, they are still the very same people. We've grown up in this country. Some have worked through the ranks in the same system, where the presidential prominence is key, and the ministers. And I can assure you, people work under pressure sometimes. The minister will be phoning you, your boss, why is my story not, why
the
did I hear
bulletin.
my story?
In the bulletin.
Why is it late? Things like that, when they don't understand the dynamics of the newsroom. So I would not really blame the employees. I would blame the whole system.
Probably they're thinking that it's a trap. What the minister is saying is a trap. If we study showing Nkhuma daily, they will come out for us,
That is
blaming
so
us.
true. It is something where when you work in such a place, you actually have this fear now. This self-censorship comes. If I align myself, maybe I've covered the opposition leader 4 times in a row. Somebody will definitely
Think that
brand me
as
blue.
somebody.
So the people are working under a lot of pressure.
But in terms of the public, let's speak for the public. We're not the public ourselves. The public is out there. In terms of the public, from what we know, what kind of MPC does the public want?
No, I think the public deserves better, and I think from the comments that we see when someone is talking about MPC, the comments from the public. I think we had a period of demonstration. We saw some placards talking about MPC. The public would really want to see a changed MPC. But as Mibawa is putting it, I think MPC has a lot of bosses. Each and every cabinet minister is a boss. I mean, they can call shots.
Okay.
So, yeah, we really need to change things.
Once again, going to the minister, he has been very blatant in saying, we didn't win because of MPC. So we really don't care about MPC. What we want to see MPC is what the public wants. The public wants a reformed MPC. How can you unpack such a statement? Very, very brutal, isn't it?
No, I think there has to be some kind of sensitivity in making.
You mean the minister is very sensitive? Yeah?
Yeah, I think some of the.
But he's right, isn't it?
Yeah, he is right. But
the MPC that time, when Toss Alliance were campaigning, they were running programs specifically talking, targeting.
I think that helped the Toss Alliance to win because people got tired of.
So they were instead listening to Mitch.
Yeah,
where they would get balanced news.
So I think they just have to say no, thanks, we won, but not to say no, we can do without MPC. These are taxpayers' money. Okay, so Malawians, they have to benefit from their taxes. Others cannot afford to go a day without watching MPC, without listening to MPC. We have to.
So we need a better MPC. Yeah, we respected MPC.
The minister should not dump MPC to say we can do without. No,
well, the minister says we didn't win because of you. In fact, you were working hard to make us lose. Is that quite
actually look at the same statement?
MPC?
It will go back to what Innocent was saying, that despite what MPC was doing to ensure that they lost, actually they won, but it is because of what MPC was doing as well. So it could have been that they won because of the people's hatred of that.
Of MPC?
Yeah.
That MPC negatively contributed to their win.
Even if
you're trying to be philosophical.
So whatever, even if they did something good, the people will look at it and say, no, we would rather look at the other alternative.
Yes. But at the end of the day, to conclude this matter and the program, clearly we need the MPC. MPC is probably a sleeping giant, as Innocent said, partly funded by the taxpayer. So we need a better MPC where it's not no politics, appeasement, and what have you. What's your view on it?
I believe it has the potential.
It has the
I
potential.
can assure you some of the most well-educated journalists are found in that place.
And even in terms of equipment.
Yes.
They get all sorts of donations from Japan, Germany, Wadi.
So if a mindset change occurs, I think it will be the best.
It will be the best.
Yes.
I think the problem
is she's saying if they allow MPC to be MPC, it will even be better than Mitch. Are you threatened with that?
No, we are not. I think we are supposed to learn from what is
each other.
They say it's a mother radio.
Mm-hmm.
I think they
yes,
have to,
we used to listen to that was
yeah,
radio at some point.
they have to stand towards that, to say no, we are a mother radio, and others will have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Their problem, I think, I should use computer terms. It's a software problem.
Software problem.
Yeah, they have everything.
The hardware is fine.
They have the hardware, they have everything, but the software that they are using, I think it has to be updated. We need to have a new software that can push things.
Your final word?
I should say the Director General should be empowered enough to stand his ground when the ministers and everyone else is trying to push him.
Is
around.
that possible?
It is.
You'll be afraid for his position as well.
No, that is why he has to be empowered, maybe by an act of parliament or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. On that the hardware and the software note, that's why we end this week's edition of the program. As usual, you're with me, George Kasavola. Many thanks to my two panelists. Mbao Javula is a regular, as well as Innocent, another regular. I do appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that every time that I make that phone call, you're always willing and able to come and do this program. My other thanks should go to Obed Nkangama for providing the technical assistance in the final control center. Until next week, from everyone here, it's goodbye and good night.